Libra, welcome to your Sunday Shuffle. Like always, these are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say there may or may not resonate, so take what resonates, leave it does not. And if there's more than one energy on the board here today, then reverse those energies as you see fit. I do hope that your new year is off to a fantastic start. And hopefully you will join me for the mid-month check-in on January, where I'm going to announce some exciting channel updates. Show me Libra, show me Libra. What is going on, please, for Libra? And some allowance, please, as I develop that very critical muscle memory between looking at the table, reading the cards, and speaking directly into the microphone. As you can see, we have a new microphone, and it is excellent. But you really do have to be pointed at it like so. The setup downstairs is beautiful. Boom. I have this fantastic arm attachment. Puts that microphone right in front of my freaking face. Right in front of my freaking face, I should say. And so it's a non-issue, but up here it's a little different. What's going on, please, for Libra? Show me Libra, show me Libra. Show me Libra, please. What's going on for Libra? Strength, the world, the stars, the hermit. Wow, major. Didn't know if you noticed, just in case. Strength of will. It's looking like to approach the world here, to either open something or close it off. We shall see which is which. It could swing either way. The world does. But whatever it is you choose to do, it looks like it's good for you. With the star here. Something that you deeply hope, dream, and desire for. And then the hermit. Healing experience, looking back on the path, what it is that you have learned that has led you up to this point. Okay? My. So, not a casual January. What's going on, please? Well, good luck to you in all that you endeavor. I do hope that you are in a position to make your dreams come true, and as you work towards it, may it fulfill you. May it be a star that sustains. Not all of them work out. That's why they require more work. And you never really know if that star is going to work out until you start to reach for it. That's the catch-22. But those whose stars work out for them, they are highly rewarded because they tried. They did more than try. Okay. Sometimes they don't, but then we get to modify our star and figure out what is correct for us, you know? There's benefits. But let's start right there with strength. What do we need the strength for, please? Five of Cups. Seven of Pentacles, strength, my goodness. You are showing me high levels of strength to power through something that has been disappointing. Okay, so you are not, here, I'm going to take this. I'm going to deal with it head on. So you might have some very prominent Leo in your chart, FYI. But strength is here, not once but twice. Seven of Pentacles, Five of Cups. You're showing me elements of stagnation that you are not happy with, and you have not been happy with it for a long time. And you're like, you know what? We're going to deal with it. And you are going to talk about powering through. With all that there, that's almost the literal translation of powering through something that's been difficult. It has not been very fruitful. It's the maintenance hasn't been great. And it's provoked a lot of negative feeling. It's like, this is not how this was supposed to grow. But some of you have some very sharp aspects of pride there, healthy pride, that says, I am not going to put up with this. No. Hell no. No. Your strength is there twice, so you don't play with that. It's like, this will get fixed. This will get addressed, and you have to have the strength to turn around. Do you know how hard it is to try to punch some life back into a Seven of Pentacles? I will make you grow again. I'm going to throttle you. But I know that it's been stagnant long enough that it caused a lot of disappointment. It's like, this is not how it was supposed to be. So here's the thing, hun. The world. Are you going to close that off, call it quits, and move on to something else? Or are you going to try to re-engage with this and make it grow some more? I don't know. With strength like that, it looks like you could handle it. Either way, let's take a look. Show me that world, please. Show me the world. I don't know what that Seven of Pentacles is to you. It could be a metaphor for emotions. It could be the literal translation for something at work in terms of coin construct. I don't know. But I do know it provokes your sense of pride, resources, strengths. I'm going to deal with this. Let's see that world, please. Show me the world. Show me the world. Show me the world. Show me the world. You know, I want to know what that is at this point. That's what's going on. Knights of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. Oh, woo. Okay, Libra's not trying to play today, y'all. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Somebody had their coffee their afternoon. You know how it is when you hit that critical point. I remember what it's like, trust me, to have a 40-hour week gig. In fact, at the height of my career, I was putting in 45, 50 hours a week as an admin and counselor and all this other stuff. And I know that there came a critical point, let's call it 3 o'clock in the afternoon, where I was like this. I'm sorry. Can I help you? And that's when you need a coffee. That's when you need an espresso. That's when you need to get a hold of your bestie right in the afternoon and be like, girl, and she's like, okay, let's get some coffee in you. Let's get a snack in you. Let's talk it out. Okay. And that's whatever. So you had that moment where you had your talk. You got back in alignment. You brought that energy down. You got it to focus. Okay. You put that strength of the line in there, not once, but twice, to resolve this. And you had your refresher. You had your shot. You had your something. You had your vitamin B12. I don't know, but you had a lot of it. And now you're like, oh, that feels better. Now, this is what we're going to do. Okay. And you got a plan. You got a plan. And you're scrapping this. Whatever I thought, you know what, with that level of pride, I'm like, Libra's going to bear down, stick to this, and force it to grow. It may not work, but I was like, Libra's going to do it. But no, you took strength and you took it with a different direction and you ran with it. You're like, we're going to shut that down. This is what we're going to do. You know what, Christina, we're going to do a Knight of Wands. We're going to do a Queen of Pentacles. We're going to do an Ace of Cups. And oh my God, I feel so much better. So you do. You seem to be miles better. There is something here about the stagnancy that I understand is upsetting. Anything that you grow by hand or with someone else, it doesn't matter. Once you hit a stagnant pocket and it's that upsetting and disappointing and full of regret like that, you can either dig it out, get to the root to the problem and work on it, either with yourself or with someone else if someone else was involved, or you don't, because it's no longer workable at that point. It's no longer growable at that point. And that's the problem with the Seven of Pentacles. Can it go further, or is it done? And there's something about it being done. There's nothing else to get from this from either person or just you, if it's like a career thing. And you turn that pride into strength and you're like, I'm going to shut it down. It seems to be the most obvious course, Christina. It's 2 + 2 here. It's going to take strength to shut this down, but you did it pretty effectively. I don't know where you are in your timeline, but talk about no hesitation. But you're doing everything out of your own particular comfort zone. In other words, you know this feels right to you. Not only does it feel right, it is right. You have lots of energy, okay? You understand your sense of self and your self-worth, and your heart's ready and rearing to go for this. So I see you opening a door to a whole new something. Some of it is practical in nature, but comfortable, exciting and passionate, but also loving and comprehensive. So I don't presume, and I didn't see enough here to indicate that this is a relationship, but it could be. Because I see you headed in the direction that says, this is personal to me and a reflection of how I love myself. Absolutely. So if you're going to trigger a cycle, may it meet these kind of qualifications where you know that you want to give yourself to it fully and completely. I want to give myself to this 100%. I want that cup. I want that passion. And I want that way of life, bro, sis. I want it all. Which I know I distinctly remember titling Scorpio's message like that one. So let's take a look at your start. Wow. You had a heck of a pep talk, or you had a hell of a coffee. I don't know. But I know these things take time. That stagnation didn't happen overnight. No. It takes time to get into stagnation and then stay stuck in it long enough to understand it's stagnant and to be that disappointed by it. But what I like, honey, is your determination to do something with it instead of just falling, oh, that's just the way it is. Because that's what most people do with the Seven of Pentacles. This is just the way it is. I'm just not happy with it, but whatever. It's just my life. All right. I don't tell you what to do. You tell me what you're doing. That's how this works. So the Libra I'm looking at is admirable, to say the least. Let's see. That star. Show me the 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 star. Isn't that beautiful? That heart's just overflowing with all that gushy goodiness. Okay, Queen of Cups, Chariot, Ace of Pentacles. Somebody wants what you are offering. I got somebody strongly connecting to you. It's like, oh, if you got an ace, I got an ace too, baby. Yeah, I got somebody taking you up and meeting you in that same space. I wasn't expecting to see that under your stars at all. Whatever this is has meant to be written all over it. It's all but flashing in neon lights. Meant to be is the words here I'm using today. There's a Queen of Cups here. I'm not attributing that to you. You've already kind of given me your signature energetic ID print. This is someone else, and they are reacting to you. They have a very strong heart. Just FYI, I'm going to let you know that right now. They don't do anything without feeling it first. That's very much water orientation, so it could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay, it's not about the signs, but I have to say that's very water MO pattern. I don't do anything without putting feeling into it first. If I know it's for me, I feel it first, and then I authorize movement, right? Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, you know what you're doing. They say, yeah, well, baby, I know what I'm doing too. So just let you know, they're not play. It doesn't look like you are either. It's just you're very turned on. I thought it was just turned on by the prospect of a whole new life. And a whole new love. But you're like, from the seat of my power, though. Thank you. And if you're going to make these major changes like this, you need to know what's right for you. 100%. And they're like, yeah, well, I know myself too. So I love myself. Am I going to get to love you too? So yeah, this one has meant to be written all over it. It's high levels of compatibility. High levels of compatibility. The both of you are kind of radiating a certain yes. Power movement, power structure, power couples. I don't know. It's like you went from being off-grid to on-grid almost simultaneously. And I'm sorry it's so vague, but it's also so terribly beautiful. I don't want to break it down further. Let's go jumping over here to the Hermit. You went from, I'm upset, this is stagnant as I don't want it anymore. Be strong. Let's change it. Let's change everything. What does Christina always say? No change plus no change equals no change. Well, I can't have this. I got to change. And that means freeing yourself up from things that you know don't work, you outgrew, or no longer fit you, or just frankly aren't good for you. You have to be willing to cycle this out. You cannot have new unless you make space for new, and you making some space for new, honey. And they're meeting you there powerfully so, the both of you. Oh my goodness. Let's see that Hermit, please. Show me the Hermit, show me the Hermit, show me the Hermit, show me the Hermit. I don't know what this is. I just know that you've had a long enough time experience with it. Understand it ain't going nowhere, boo-boo. Page of Wands, the World, the 10. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay. I don't know how much of all that you were expecting, but when I am seeing a fast forwarded, obviously, hopefully you picked up on this. This is not going to happen over the week. This is a fast forward. Okay? Big difference there in tarot. Tarot doesn't really recognize timelines. It's just humans like myself that kind of insist so I can help peg it down for folks. Okay? Other than that, tarot, spirit, energy, whatever you want to call it, could care less about our time frames and agendas. I just know the more involved we are consciously that we're doing things, the more likely we can accelerate the timeline. That's typically how it works. So when this all happens, I couldn't say. But I see the reflection here with the wisdom as the Hermit. You're looking back on that world over here, and you're saying, I wish I had done this sooner. But you also kind of respect the time that passed. It's like it needed what it needed to be in order for me to understand that I had to exit it. Because now I see you surrounded by high-functioning emotional support systems with the 10 of Cups. You didn't know, I think, with triggering that world and opening up into something new, what it would also be affording you, it looks like something that's very healthy and very supportive and very loving. So you're not just acquiring this person's energy, it's yours plus theirs is creating beautiful heart spaces for many people. I see you celebrating families. It's a union that seems to be highly supported. Okay. Kids seem to be involved for some of you. For some reason, that's very distinct. It's become This structure is between you and I, and we both powerfully speak to it, to more than one person is being positively affected by this. So it is looking like a very strong union at the emotional level. Okay. But the biggest takeaway here, the Hermit and the Page of Wands, it's like, I wish I had opened up towards this sooner, this cycle, because it's like Christina's always saying, as one door closes, another opens. Ah. You know, and but that takes time. And that's what the Hermit's reflecting on, is the wisdom to appreciate that. Sometimes things play out the way they need to play out. Sometimes people have to be stuck in stagnancy for so long before they understand that it's unacceptable. But that takes time to understand that. There's no right or wrong answer here in terms of when we learn things, just so long as indeed we allow ourselves to learn them. Because you could have just as easily not allowed yourself to see this. You could have just kept putting up with it. Okay. We're given a lot of tools in this life. It's what we do with them that counts. Some of you might have some very interesting Virgo in your chart. It's, and I think some of you, in the general sense, have some very strong fixed energy in your charts too, particularly Leo. Not that that matters. None of that matters. They're all here, really. Scorpio, Taurus, Leo. We're just missing Aquarius. Yeah, like I said, you might have some very strong fixed in you. Could be connecting to fixed. That's not the point. Things like that just kind of stick out. Okay. Well, good job, Libra. Cheers to 2024, honey. Okay. That's going to be a heck of a year, but it's a good year. Okay, adjudication, the old back, there's your process right there. Number 30 for some of you might be important, but the old adjudication, the old pros and cons, hearing it up on the both sides of the bench, the for and the against, the pros and the cons. Like I said, you got to hear out both sides of the equation. Yes, that's going to add to the stagnancy, but for some folks who are thorough, I know I am, you got to weigh these things out meticulously before you can feel comfortable making a decision, and that means contributing to the stagnancy even while you want to exit it. I know it's part of the process. Okay, just so long as, again, you are being an active participant and trying to understand instead of just shoving it away because it's not convenient, then more power to you. Absolutely, 100% respect, babe. 100% respect. Changing that particular compass as we speak. The more we engage with it, we engage with our new star. Okay. Anything else in here, please? Okay. This is good. So number 38 in reverse, toil and labor is in reverse on that pathway. Your pathway shouldn't have to feel this unproductive, unloving, unhelpful, unprofitable, whatever it is you want to call it, or associate with toil and labor. Don't get me wrong, there are some pathways absolutely in this life that are harder than others. I don't dispute that at all. Ever. But also know when essentially you're working for free or you're working for nothing. That's not just a metaphor for work, guys. It's also true in love and in life, and in dreams and in goals, and in ambitions, spiritual essence, whatever. There's some times when we're doing things and it's futile. We have to see that we're on the wrong path, or that our work efforts to make something happen or grow are anti-productive. We have to learn this. You have some very strong anti-productive anything. Whatever that goal is. Whatever that goal is anti-productive. And you've had a lot of time to see that in evidence, etc. Okay. That's what I said. Some of you have Taurus in your chart. I saw that. I wasn't sure, but there it is. And there's that persistence of Taurus. It's kind of like even they have a breaking point. Bless them. It's like, I was going to say some of you that's very Taurus. I'm just going to keep putting up with it. And that's what they do. It's not a knock on Earth. It's not a knock on Taurus. It's the process. All signs have pros and cons. That's all elements have pros and cons. Kings and queens, etc. You know, and it's like they will just keep on and keep on and keep on until they decide they don't want to. And then they make breathtaking movement. And you had some breathtaking movement that's really solid. And then the letter O. Okay. Okay, you guys, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well.